Also take a view from our guests who are joining us on the broadcast. We have Colonel RSN Singh, Strategic Affairs Expert, Sushant Sareen, and also Pathikrit Payne with us on the broadcast. And Sushant Sareen, I want to pick up from what Aishwarya has said, of what you saw today, of what we saw nearly a month ago at the US Capitol. Pictures, comparison, similarities, differences. What is your assessment of what happened today?
Look, one assessment is that, we've been kind of sleeping at the wheel. We knew what was going to happen. A lot of Aishwarya is talking about the intelligence being there, about infiltration. All of that was there. Similar intelligence was there when, what happened in the capital. There was intelligence that something like this would transpire on the 6th of Jan when that rally was held out there. And yet everybody was in denial. But look at the template, and this is not just what happened in the capital. This is not just what has happened today in Delhi. This is not just what has happened on Shaheen Bagh. This is a template which is being followed in city after city, country after country, and clearly there is something else which is at work. Perhaps, a left liberal kind of conglomerate which is into this kind of activity, coordinating it, trying to prepare a kind of a template for these kind of things to happen around the world. So one is that, but I think the government also cannot wash its hands off. This constant thing of looking at the Supreme Court to handle administrative issues. For example, Shaheen Bagh. What was the reason that you waited for 3.5 months to actually break up the Shaheen Bagh protests? Was there a political thing that, okay, fine, let these guys do it. The more they will do it, the more people will get angry and we will get votes. If that was the calculation, then really the government is to blame. But what has happened today, how come you did not take strong action at the time when the farmers started collecting on the borders? Okay, you let them collect on the borders. If you knew that this is the kind of thing which they had planned, why was not a plan B worked out on how you will handle the protests if things go out of control, as you knew they would go out of control?
So, Sushant Sareen, I want to take the same question to Colonel RSN Singh and get his view also on this. Colonel RSN Singh, do you think there was sufficient intel? Do you think the government could have been better prepared? Do you think they were expecting this at some level? Or they were prepared enough? Or the farmers did not stick to their commitment? Where was the lapse?
For last 1 month, we have been warning the government of this day. And let me tell you, let nobody say that this has come as a surprise. It has come after destruction of about 1,000 mobile towers. Geo-mobile towers. It has come after disruption of the rally of Haryana Chief Minister, Mr. Khattar. And tell me, what was that scruffy Canadian minister doing amongst them? And then you say we are not Khalistanis? Demand for release of Sharzil Imam, and then you say we are not Khalistanis? Then you say you have all this Shaheen Bagh and all this, that effeminate character. And now don't tell me that, sir, please don't use this language. That effeminate character, Yogendra Yadav, who is a common feature in all rallies. And you say we are not Khalistanis? Suzanne Arundhati Roy comes in your support and you say we are not Khalistanis? You choose the Republic Day, the most sacred day. Remember what has happened today? It did not even happen in Lal Chowk in so many years. And then you chose this sacred day. On one day we are celebrating the might of this nation, and then you say we are not Khalistanis. And please nobody try and teach me today that they are a handful of people. Don't tell me this nonsense. If you go back to history in 1950, not on a Republic Day, otherwise same thing had happened. What Master Tara Singh had done and Sardar Patel. You read that book, India from Curzon to Nehru and after by Durga Das. And there it is written how Sardar Patel handled the situation. Exactly the same. The players were the same. They were leftists in Punjab. And then, they had come right on lorries and trains right up to the borders of Delhi, and he threw out those langas. ये क्या नौटंकी रकम लगा रखा है, लंगर लंगर लंगर। और क्या आपका फेथ है, दूसरे का फेथ नहीं है यहाँ पे। और दूसरी बात, no, just allow me to come 1 minute. Are we condemned to live under?
All right, quickly make your point.
Under anxiety in Delhi? Tell me, are we condemned? Then haven't anybody have an answer? Are we condemned to, me and my family and you, honest taxpayers, patriotic people, are we condemned to be threatened every month? Sometimes by Shahid Dag, sometimes by these scoffing Khalistanis, the scum of this earth. Are we condemned? You will have to give me an answer.
We are all seeking answers here, sir, and we feel your anger. The entire nation feels that anger after the unprecedented scenes that were witnessed today. But I also want to bring in Pratikrit at this point, because some are of the view that the government allowed this to happen because they wanted to project the farmers' protest in bad light from day one. But who are the doers on the ground? The doers are on the ground. They hijacked the protest, they went and attacked the police, buses were vandalized, public property was damaged, and then at the end of it all, can you pin the blame on one party completely? Who is orchestrating all this? Pratikrit.
Look, I have been saying for more than a month that, last time they did it when Donald Trump came to India, and this time they want to do it on the Republic Day. They don't care about the solution, these protesters. They want to create an Arab Spring in India. They want to create an Arab Spring, mark my word. And there's a huge difference between disorder and dissent. What we have been witnessing for the last 65 days was disorder. In a very strategic way, they actually blocked all the arterial route to Delhi. And today what they did is called siege of Delhi. We are under siege in Delhi. This is not a protest. This is not a dissent. This is like capturing Delhi. And unfortunately, this is exactly what happens when the government shows too much restraint with rabble-rousers, anarchists, rioters, and all kinds of lumpen elements who have understood that they may not be able to defeat this country in a conventional war. They may not get support if they do terrorism, but they can actually, through mob violence, through anarchy, can actually take the city of Delhi to ransom as and when they like. And unfortunately, we have seen that for the purpose of allowing dissent, our institutions are extremely cagey about taking action. And this has resulted in this. Look at what has happened. My previous respected panelists also said the same thing. Only a few hours back, we had a very disciplined Republic Day showing the country as one. And this photographs and these visuals going across the world, what is the message we are giving to the rest of the world? That we can't even secure our own capital, which is supposed to be the most secure part of the country. And let us understand if we do not take action as a country, if we do not take action now, if we do not uphold the sanctity of the rule of law, then what message are we giving to the foreign investors in the name of ease of doing business? Can you imagine the loss of Delhi businessmen is to the tune of 50,000 crore? Now, the banks are not going to,
Absolutely.
tell them that.
Absolutely. What we witnessed today is shameful. It is unprecedented and very unfortunate that we've had to see all this, that too on Republic Day.